Absolute bonfire. After a calamitous 2023, there's no way Harry and Meghan are going to all of a sudden recover in 2024. They're still going to be picking up the pieces left over from all the bombshells in 2023. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the King YouTube channel. Okay, so first of all, I want to talk about the conniption fit the sugars are having right now. So there's a comedian named Simon Brodkin, and recently he released a video of himself doing stand-up comedy, and he absolutely skewered Harry and Meghan in his act. Basically, he said that after everything he has seen from Harry and Meghan, he's supporting Prince Andrew more than them. He said, quote, honestly, by the time Harry was describing a particular date with Meghan as the night they, quote, pulled the pin on a fun grenade, I actually started rooting for Prince Andrew. And understandably, Meghan's fans are not very happy at this description. One of the sugars, Judy in Richmond, wrote, you know the hate they get is causing Meghan to get death threats? Why add to that? All the people in the world you could make the butt of your jokes, but you choose cheap jokes about Harry and Meghan. And then another user, Big Uppity, added, I don't even get the jokes. All I know is to put Andrew in the same sentence as Harry and Meghan is cheap. Well, it looks like in the lead up to 2024, at least Harry and Meghan's fans are still as completely insane as they have been in the past. I think it's hilarious, though, and I felt the same way. I mean, I've never been a huge fan of Prince Andrew. I think he's a bit of a perv, and I know that he has never been proven to do anything illegal with these young girls, but still, it's not a good thing. Anyway, but after everything Harry and Meghan have done, I mean, how could you not choose Andrew over those two if you got to choose somebody? And what is this pulling the pin on the fun grenade? Honestly, it sounds like something a middle school teacher would say and then be made fun of by her students. While that's not the main topic of this video, I had to share it with you all because I knew you would appreciate it. I mean, comedians, comedy TV shows, the whole lot have had a great time going after Harry and Meghan this year. There's been a lot of material to choose from. I mean, really, the jokes write themselves. So looking forward to 2024, are Harry and Meghan going to turn things around? Are they going to all of a sudden become such respectable, relevant people that comedians stop making fun of them? Or are we going to get more of the same? Well, I think you know where I stand, but let's hear from another expert on this issue. Russell Myers is the royal editor for the Daily Mirror, and he talked about Prince Harry and Meghan Markle's future in an interview that he did with Sky News Australia. And he believes that 2023 was not a very good year for them, well, obviously. He's calling it an absolute bonfire. He says, what has happened with Harry and Meghan has been an absolute bonfire, not only trashing their reputations, but their relationships with the royal family. Honestly, I don't see how those two could be so delusional that they believe this year was anything but an absolute disaster. And I don't know what they're saying. I mean, who knows what they tell themselves behind closed doors? They could be patting each other on the back about right now, talking about how great it was, how much attention they got. Because remember, for Meghan Markle, it does seem that positive publicity is not necessary. She's perfectly happy with negative as long as it gets her name in the papers. But I feel like Harry's different. I think Harry takes himself very seriously because remember, he is a prince, and I don't think he appreciates being the butt of jokes. I also still believe that it is Meghan Markle who is so desperate for this attention from the media. I mean, I know Harry does it too, but at the same time, I kind of do believe that Harry would like more privacy if he weren't married to Meghan, that is. It's never going to happen, though, as long as he stays with her, so I don't know why he's still with her. And I could be wrong. I mean, Harry could be as desperate for attention from the media as Meghan is, but I think he's a little pickier about it. See, I think he's a little more sensitive than Meghan is when it comes to this kind of stuff. Myers went on to say, I can't imagine what is going to happen in 2024. Meghan says there are big, exciting things on the slate. Let's wait and see, because whatever happens, we'll all be talking about it. He is right about that. Sounds like Myers also shares my feelings of skepticism when it comes to Meghan Markle's claim that she's working on some big, exciting things behind the scenes. We have no choice but to wait and see because so far we're not seeing a thing that looks like it could possibly be big or exciting. Sounds like Myers also believes that all these reports that Harry and Meghan are about to reconcile with the royal family are absolute BS. I mean, of course they are. What chance is there of that happening anytime soon? So he says Harry's memoir Spare was an absolute bombshell throughout the royal family. He's still picking up the pieces of his battered relationship with his father and brother. And of course he is. I mean, you can't put that stuff in black and white and expect people not to be angry about what you said about them. That's the weird thing about Harry. He thinks that he can just absolutely demolish the reputation of his family. I mean, it didn't work, but he tried to do it. And then turn around and still be loved by them and just they're going to give him a hug and tell him everything's okay. No, Harry, actions do have consequences. His family knows that he's mentally ill, but that is no excuse for what he did. He should have been talking about all that in a therapist's office, not writing it down in a book. Myers also pointed out absolutely no one was spared from the barbs in that book. I still think we will see repercussions from that in the next year or two. I mean, I completely agree with him on this. The way Harry attacked not only Camilla, not only his father, King Charles, but also his brother, his sister in law, I mean, everybody. It was so cruel, and he revealed family secrets that they didn't want to be revealed. That was not his place to do that. That was not his business to tell. Naturally, people are still wondering if there is any way for Harry to make peace with his family again, or are they going to hate him forever? Myers says whether Harry can find his way back into the family remains to be seen. Even if I gave you a prediction, it will be completely opposite. I think it was wise of Myers to refrain from making such a prediction, because nobody can accurately predict that. I mean, come on. I know we're getting this report from a psychic claiming that Harry and Meghan will reconcile with King Charles, but really that's just because if they want to succeed, they have no choice. But of course, there is still another option. The other option is they don't reconcile, and they continue to fail until they are completely irrelevant. And as far as Harry and Meghan starting something new in 2024, again, I am going to believe that when I see it. Meghan told the people at the Variety Gala that there's an exciting series of future projects that she and Harry are working on. She said, quote, things that make people feel. I was going to say good, but it's more than that. Things that make people feel something, right? And feel a sense of community. But we have so many exciting things on the slate. She said, I can't wait until we can announce them, but I'm just really proud of what we're creating. My husband is loving it too. It's really fun. Now, maybe I'm just too cynical, but to me, this sounds exactly like something somebody would say when they have nothing going on at all and they need to make up something really quick. That's the thing about Meghan. She's a really bad liar. I mean, again, this is just word salad. Things that make people feel something and things that make people feel a sense of community. How on earth is she going to do that? To me, it sounds like she probably is going to start some online thing like the TIG, a blog, or something like that. And she's going to tell herself that she's bringing people together with it. She is trying to be like Gwyneth Paltrow with Goop. And so she believes that all these people are going to care so much about her lifestyle blog that they're going to form their own community. The woman is absolutely delusional. So lots of experts are sharing ideas for Harry and Meghan about how they could turn things around in 2024. And there's one expert, the journalist Lynn Carrot, and she says that Meghan should really talk more about her father, Thomas Markle, which to me sounds completely insane at first, but let's hear what she has to say. So Lynn says there are many things Meghan will want to say and put her side across about. She said, I'm sure fans would like her to talk about her relationship with her father, Thomas, but she isn't that forthcoming about that side of her life. Well, I think there is a very good reason that Meghan isn't very forthcoming about her relationship with her father. She completely screwed him over. She cut him out of her life altogether for basically no good reason. I know what he did. He agreed to do this photo shoot with a tabloid to try to make himself look better in the lead up to the wedding, and that's something Meghan will never forgive him for. Even though, according to some people, it was Meghan who arranged the whole photo shoot in the first place because she wanted an excuse to cut him out of her life because she was embarrassed about his appearance. I'll let you come to your own conclusion about that, but I think I know what I believe. I think for my part, as long as Harry and Meghan can stop going after the royal family, stop telling lies, stop trying to put out these puff pieces about themselves to make them seem like people they are not, and maybe be honest about the status of the invisible children, then I don't really care what they do with themselves outside of that. I mean, they can write a book, they can produce a movie, whatever it is they want to do. As long as they just stop being such horrible people, I think the world is going to move on and they're not going to get made fun of so much. But are they going to be able to help themselves? Probably not. Instead, I predict that we are going to get more of the same from them, and as their lives continue to fall apart, my only worry is that their behavior might become even more outrageous, if such a thing is possible. And you, do you agree that Harry and Meghan are still going to be dealing with the fallout from 2023 for years to come? Please let me know your opinion below in the comments section. If you enjoyed this video, don't hesitate to like and share with anybody else who would appreciate it too. If you've got some free time, please help me by heading over to the King-Charles channel to report them again for stealing content. And as always, if you enjoy our videos, don't hesitate to click that subscribe button so that you don't miss a single update from Kate Middleton and the Queen. Happy New Year. I hope that you are having a lovely holiday with your friends and family or whoever, and I'll be back to see you in the next videos. And don't be afraid to click the subscribe button to get more updates in the future. Thank you so much for tuning in, have a lovely weekend, and we'll be back to see you all tomorrow.